How's my hair? Hey, how's my hair?
Good. Gone.
Perfect. What flavor is that?
Arctic Blitz.
Can you stop? Can you stop?
Arctic Blitz.
Why are you trying to fix it up? It is not a studio. It's my garage. You're putting holes in my garage walls. What's the point? And do... Why? My girlfriend's gonna kill me.
You can blame his tism.
I told you to stop doing that a while back, and you're still doing it. Cut it out! Are you done?
Yeah.
Thank you. What did you do? Nothing. I feel it building in me. It's... Jesus Christ. Welcome back to Salmon and Salmon. I'm Mikey Fish.
I'm Abey.
Yeah, dudes. Sorry about that. Gabriel is pissing me off, and I might just whoop his behind.
Yeah.
God, dog it.
It's always something with this guy.
He's something else, isn't he? With that stupid caterpillar on his lip. It looks like an asp. Remember those? You remember asps? Asps.
What is that?
They're like that caterpillar that's like super furry, and they can like some of them sting you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they have like the little tiny ones that like crawl across the road, and you just like run them over all the time.
That's what his face looks like.
Yes. It looks like he has two asps just chilling right here.
Asp for the ass face.
Huh?
The little black
Yeah, the
ones.
black ones that are just like...
all over my yard right now.
Dude, they don't sting you. Those won't sting you.
Or venomous.
Huh?
I thought the black ones.
The black ones you can touch. What happens, I put one in my friend's shirt once, and like all of its hair like fell off, and it started to itch him, but like you can touch them. Don't touch any other ones. That one just feels like hair. I know. Found that out as a kid because I saw someone pick one up. I was like, yeah! All right. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, dude. Are you excited about today?
I'm pretty excited.
Me too.
God damn.
Bitch. Today we're doing, we're going to talk about some underrated bands.
Yeah. So
Like
new and old.
Yeah, new and old. I like I've said before in the past, I feel like this channel has always been about trying to show people new music as much as we can. And so I felt like one of my favorite things to do is just talk about bands that most people don't talk about. And so
yeah. We do that all the time.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to just kind of like highlight some bands. You picked 5, I picked 5, and we're just gonna kind of like just talk about them as much as we can. I mean, we didn't really prepare for this, so
No, but I'm sure we can.
we'll make an episode out of it. We're just gonna talk about
Just gonna talk about music.
yeah, let's just talk music.
So chill.
We're all metalheads, we're all metal fans here because we're metalheads.
Yeah.
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 Well,
So, yeah, he picked 5 out, I picked 5 out. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we're going to enjoy it either way. Hopefully. Hopefully he didn't pick trash bands. I think people will probably think mine are more trash than yours, because I listen to some weird shit. But yeah, we decided it doesn't matter if they're like a new band, an old band. It's just bands that we have always enjoyed.
and we don't really hear people talk about
And we don't hear enough people talk about it, and maybe we think they deserve the limelight for a second.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so we're going to do that. Let's get started. You want me to start?
You want to go first?
I'll go first.
Go
Whatever.
first. What's your first?
Let me see my list
underrated?
real quick. Let me see my list.
Yeah.
I got a band that I've always championed my entire life, and no one ever talks about, and that is Vampire Mooose.
We'll take a walk to the minute penitentiary.
Mooose.
Yes, Vampire Mooose with 3 O's, dude.
Yeah, I remember
Dude,
that band.
I absolutely love this band. They're a very weird band that no one has. I feel like no one knows. I've
I've hardly heard anyone ever talk about it. I hear people like, oh, you mean Moose Blood? I'm like, no, not Moose Blood.
Vampire Mooose, dude.
Yeah.
This band right here, they're from St. Louis, and I don't even know how to explain it. They have like this sound. It's like a mixture of like death metal with new metal. It's weird because they'll like do like weird death metal parts, and then they'll like start rapping randomly. But they also have like weird like hardcore parts. It's really weird, but they're so cool. Yeah, it's all over the place. But I've always really liked their like crunchy sound that they have. The vocalist has some weird distortion on his vocals that makes him sound just like a monster of some sort. And then they have like
a vampire moose.
Oh shit! And then they have these like crazy 808s that are just like throughout the entire thing, just 808s that you can feel. But this was like before the deathcore boom. And so it was like weird that they were putting these. It was kind of like how like Fear Factory puts in 808s, where it's just like a weird electric pulse boom. It like, I don't know, it enhances the sound. But they're so cool. They were on Rotten Records, which is the same exact record company that Salt the Wound was on. And yeah, it's just, I thought they were such a cool band. Yeah, death new metal.
Death new metal.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just created a new genre.
Absolutely, but
And that's basically what summed it up for them. Because I could never put like one genre to them.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
they were.
Maybe deathcore, but even then, no. Like,
yeah, and they would always do like weird weird tribal drumming. I don't know. Vampire Moose. Check them out.
It's
dude.
just one of those bands that just makes you go, huh.
Yeah, and but I always loved them. I thought they were cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Unique.
They definitely deserved a little bit more recognition.
I think so. Yeah. Check out Vampire Moose.
Check out, yeah.
Cool. What do you got?
Oh man, you just went like straight niche.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. Just whatever you think.
I was gonna be like, and I wore one of their shirts already. I was gonna say Adaliah.
For all the ones that never doubted me, it's a big fuck you to your reality. These are the things that I have to know. Reputation on an empty soul.
Oh, absolutely Adaliah.
That f***ing band from when I first heard them in Ritual, the EP Ritual, going into Broken Families. I was like, that was like a great transition to their sound. It still stayed them, but it was still very melodic, very in your face, and like the lyrical content was very. It was one of those things where like it's definitely hearing it as a kid, it's relatable.
Yeah.
Very emotional.
I guess I still believe in ghosts.
Yeah, Shedding Skin.
Yeah.
Shedding Skin, which had that one song that had Stormy from The Last 10 Seconds of Life, the original vocalist of The Last 10 Seconds
And
of
what
Life.
was the one where he was saying, I never... Whoa, Gabriel. That's pretty good. What was the one where he was like, I never knew much about family?
Oh.
And then he says like, brother and sister, or
Yeah, wasn't that...
someone died before they knew my name. And it's like, dude, like these are like...
I think that was from Broken Families.
These are like real lyrics.
Well, that
Like,
one song, Jumper,
We'll kick him out soon. We'll kick Gabriel out soon. Yeah.
but that one song, Jumper, it was about like someone losing a family member during 9/11.
Yeah.
But like they always had that just like that very pretty melodic, but then they'll hit you right in the face with the chugs.
They should have been as big as like the Ghosts Inside.
And it's
all
funny
those bands.
because like now, like yes, like you don't really hear a lot of people talking about them, but the right people do.
Yeah,
Like Kyle from Body Snatchers,
absolutely.
like loves the.
I remember Adaliah, right? And
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
anyone. I just saw Jacoby from Papa Roach was.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, well, he was.
Well,
holding
that's
their-
because I think he was
working with Austin.
Austin is a producer now.
Yeah,
And he's doing like pretty big stuff.
And if there's still a band, he's in Prison. The band,
Oh yeah,
the
Prison, I
band
remember
Prison.
Yeah, but Adaliah was a band that I think they are the one band. If you ask me, what's a band that should have been bigger? It is
Yes.
Adaliah.
And I feel like they not only they should have been bigger, but I think they don't get the recognition that they were like one of the first few bands that was doing that very melodic hardcore, but like with the metalcore. Like there was melodic hardcore and whatnot, but the melodic hardcore with the metalcore chugs and time signatures and all that, and just like the themes and everything. Like they were,
I remember before they
were starting all that with like bands like For the Fallen Dreams.
yeah, absolutely. I remember before they got like really serious with their music, they had like a SpongeBob song, and it was
Yes.
goofy as
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, oh my God, that I forgot all about that. Yeah. What was that?
I don't remember, but Adaliah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Adaliah
Absolutely.
from Florida.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right.
And they were one of the first bands I saw that had two vocalists, like that did it really well. Like there's been other bands, but like with that genre.
Yeah.
And then after that, then like the next one I didn't see until like Volumes.
Yeah.
But like no one has anymore, at least two frontmen.
Yeah, not as much.
With a whole other band behind you.
Yeah.
Like it's always a drummer, guitarist, bassist singing with the vocalist, but they legit had two dedicated vocalists that did different things.
Yeah. You don't see it as much as you used
No.
to. And they pulled it off. And
Tyler and Jorge?
Jorge.
Yeah, they both, and Jorge had the lower tones and Tyler had the higher mid-range.
Yeah. They were so good.
You could tell them apart. It
Yeah.
worked perfectly.
Loved it. Loved every minute of that. Adaliah is one of the greatest. Great pick.
Absolutely.
Great pick.
Check it out, Adaliah.
Check them out.
If
you haven't, I mean,
Little side note, I was going to name Iris Adaliah.
that would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe next one. All right.
That's good. Like, we're just talking and it's like, oh yeah, the battery died.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. He dipped out. Hopefully it doesn't. All right, my next one is a band called 1 Minute Silence.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, 1 Minute Silence, man. So this band right here, I found out about when I was really young. They were on the soundtrack for Twisted Metal 4.
Oh shit.
Yes, absolutely. They had a bunch of songs on Twisted Metal 4, and they're just a new metal band. But I know I talk about new metal a lot. The rest of them aren't new metal. This,
Fair enough.
First a death metal, new metal band, and now straight up new metal. More like they were more on like the rapcore side of things. So like the heavily influenced by like Rage Against the Machine style new metal. But this band right here, dude, they had so many cool funk beats and insane like drumming that was just like really, really cool, like hardcore drumming with insane like sounds from the guitar players, like just doing really cool stuff. But they have an album called Available in All Colors, which a lot of those songs were on the Twisted Metal 4 soundtrack. And I'm not joking here. That album would be in my top 10 favorite new metal albums of all time.
The soundtrack for the game?
No. Available in All Colors, which is their album. That thing is absolutely insane from front to back. It is a banger all throughout. It's super political, which I've always liked that stuff. And they're from somewhere like I don't know where they're from actually. Like they're European of some sort, but. God, his vocals were really cool.
Band.
Yeah, his vocals were really, really cool. I think they're European. I don't want to sound stupid, but yeah, he had cool vocals. He had good rhymes and actual like thought-provoking political messages that he would put out there, social commentary that I really, really enjoyed. And the guitar work was just so sick. The funky bass that they would do was so cool, man. And
It's like Red Hot Chili Peppers, but harder.
much harder, but yes,
Much
dude, they were really cool, dude.
Yeah.
1 Minute Silence was awesome. I loved the cool sounds they would do. They had one where it was like, get up, wow, woo, do, 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 woo. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just so freaking cool, man. They had one song that you would really like the name of. It was called like Pig Until Proven Cop or something like that. I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
I think, but God, they were so sick, and I think that everyone should check them out. I'm telling you, I would put their album Available in All Colors in my top 10 favorite new metal albums of all time. And I mean, that's above a lot of the big ones.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the big names.
Yeah, like everyone knows.
Yes, and I think that everyone needs to check it out. It is so underrated. It is the epitome of an underrated band. is 1 minute silence.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck
Check
yeah.
them out.
Nice.
Where is he, dude?
I don't fucking know.
I hope nothing broke. Gabriel! He must be taking a shit.
He probably went to take a shit.
Guaranteed that he farted and shit his pants.
Probably, and he's like, "Oh, my actual pants."
The amount of times Gabriel has shit his pants, no joke, is ridiculous. Gabriel shits his pants so often.
More fingers and toes than I have altogether.
Dude, it's a medical problem.
I keep telling him. We
for his bachelor party we made it to Louisiana, and right whenever we made it, he goes ooh, and like tensed up and farted and shit his pants right when we made it to Louisiana. In the car. While he was driving, shit his pants.
He's gonna see this editing and he's gonna be like, "Oh no, this is all getting cut."
Oh yeah, it's all getting cut out.
Okay. Hang on. First of all, let me clear the air. I did leave the studio to check myself because I thought that maybe I had shot myself. I didn't. But while I was in Mikey's restroom, I found myself having to take a shit. Several minutes later, after scrolling on TikTok, I realized that I had to get back, and sure enough, the battery was fine, camera was still recording, everything was good. But here's where I want to set the record straight. I don't shit myself as much as they claim that I do. It happens, I don't know, a couple times a year. I feel like that's pretty reasonable for an adult. Shit happens. Anyways, don't listen to them. All right, back to the episode.
All right, what you got?
My next band is another band along the realm of the melodic hardcore sound.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, like they were a band, they broke up, they came back, and I think they're doing stuff now. They are doing stuff now. I think I have a friend who's in the band, but I don't hear a lot of the people talk about them like they should. I'm gonna bring up No Bragging Rights.
We'll move on without you. We'll rebuild without you.
I haven't heard No Bragging Rights in a minute.
Exactly. And they came out with in like 2021 or something, they came out with a new EP, and like it sounded basically like Concrete Flower or Cycles, which were like the albums that got me into them. I heard them back in like 2010 or 11, their EP Illuminator. And when I heard that, I was like just getting into like heavier shit, but I still had like For the Fallen Dreams and Adaliah.
Yeah.
Like that was still like close to my heart. So when I heard that, I was like, ooh, a modern like hardcore band with this melodic sound, but like with his singing. I don't know how to describe it, but like
You shit your pants, didn't you?
No.
You shit your pants, didn't you?
No, but I use shit.
Is the camera dead?
yeah, we've been talking this whole time.
No. It's actually at 28 minutes, but it is about to run out and it's going to overheat at the same time. So.
Okay, so we'll cut. And the one thing that always got me was the vocals. Like, it's hard to explain, but like the cleans, it was very pretty.
Sorry.
Yeah. But
It's Gabriel. you
yes,
know?
I know.
That's just Gabriel.
That's just Gabriel.
It's good.
But anyways, the fact that he sings so just majestic, so like heartfelt, and then just goes right into like those hardcore mid sound like vocal tones that I would love to hear more of, especially in the hardcore realm. Like if like hardcore got a little bit more melodic, I wouldn't be mad at that. But yeah, like no one really like talks about them, and like Cycles was probably like the best album ever, like
Ever made?
not ever made, but
playing.
like for that genre, like with Repeater, Cycles, was it Apparitions? And,
Dude, I don't really listen to that band very much, so cool, I'll check them out. But I used to get them, the reason I don't listen to them as much is because I used to get them mixed up for some reason. I don't even think they sound the same, but there was a band called Pay No Respects,
Oh, okay. I've
and
heard
they
of
had
them.
that intro that was said, Pay No Respect. I used to think it was No Bragging Rights for some reason. I don't know why, but that's pretty much my history with No Bragging Rights.
Yeah.
Is that.
So what, you never really checked it out?
Not much. I mean, I've heard them.
Dude.
I've heard them.
Yeah.
But like, I haven't checked. I know what they sound like now.
Yeah.
But
Cycles, the album Cycles and the album The Concrete Flower, like those were like, those are peak. It was
Peak No Bragging Rights?
Peak No Bragging Rights, peak, honestly, melodic, very melodic hardcore. Like, I feel like after No Bragging Rights, I didn't really start to hear much of that sound anymore other than from, like, The Ghost Inside or Stick to Your Guns. But, like, that's what I'm saying is, like, I think they're underrated. They should have blown up, like, The Ghost Inside, honestly.
Them and Adaliah.
Huh?
Them and Adaliah.
Them and Adaliah, yes.
Yeah.
But those are my only melodic hardcore bands I have on my list.
Get them out of the way right away.
Get them out of the way, but
Cool.
yes, I love them. And I think my buddy Sean, I think you know Sean from Metalcore Nerds, or he had a podcast. He has a podcast.
I don't know if I know him.
He also did a lot of booking. He does like artwork for flyers and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, he's now the bassist in No Bragging Rights, and Rafe and Miles' band Current Comfort. They played with him in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No Bragging Rights.
No Bragging Rights.
Love it.
I hope that they make more of a comeback because they definitely deserve it.
Cool. I'll check them out.
Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is a band called The End.
The End.
The End. So this band right here is a band that really didn't get any of the limelight at all, and I really think that they should have. They were on Relapse Records, and yeah, there's a few bands. I actually have another band later that was on Relapse Records. It's just weird because a lot of these bands did not get the love that they deserved. This band right here was like a very like I guess post grindcore, post hardcore style band, kind of like a Chariot, Norma Jean style band. A little bit more
in a sense, the traditional metalcore. Like,
no, not quite. Like post-hardcore, it's a little different.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird.
That's
but
fair.
they did like what they would do is they would put out these like they would sing a lot more than these bands did. Like they were more singy than like Norma Jean and stuff instead of like the yells. They did some yells, but the song structures they would do. They had this song called "The Never Ever Aftermath" that was like slow but heavy but pretty. Like I don't know, it was really weird and it was so sick, and I absolutely loved that song. And they had another song called "Throwing Stones" it was on like MTV, like Headbangers Ball.
Oh shit!
But it's like no one knows what happened to this band, and if you do know, let me know because The End. That's probably their biggest problem is that their name was The End, which is not like a it's one of those band names where it's like there's probably a ton of bands called The End.
Is there?
Probably.
I feel like that's a somewhat unique name.
Okay, well they were really cool. They had the album that I really liked. It was their last album was called Elementary, and it was so cool. They had some other ones. I didn't really listen to them. They had one that was called Within Nvidia, and then one that was like Transfer something. It was like this really long title, really weird. And I kind of like skimmed through those, but I didn't really find out about them until Elementary. That record, man, it's so good, so underrated. Really good songwriting and song structure. Cool lyrics. And like the Never Ever Aftermath was like about like atomic bombs and shit. And it was just really sick. I mean, I think there's probably some sort of like message behind it, but it's probably just the forefront is probably about atomic bombs, but the actual song probably means something else. But such a cool band. Really catchy. Check them out if you get a chance, dude. The End is all. Yeah, The End. They were so cool. Relapse Records.
Relapse Records. Yeah, I mean, if they were on there, like, they definitely have, like, a good roster of bands.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's one of the record labels that has a roster of bands that are all underrated.
I agree. Well,
Not
Mastodon.
all.
I mean,
Yeah, not all.
Yeah,
but
they're up there.
Yeah, for
but,
sure.
yeah, absolutely. And that's one of them. Check them out.
For sure. So, this next band, I see Rafe always wearing this jersey that he owns of them because we play this video game called Destiny 2, and I'm like, the reference, but it's not. They're called Shattered Realms. I think that was like, I didn't know I knew them. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a band. And he played me a song, and I thought, yo, this shit is like when beatdown and hardcore was like starting to get mixed in and everything.
Yeah.
And it kind of had that deathcore sound, but not really, because it was definitely more hardcore. Only that, I think that album was Broken Ties, Spoken Lies. And I was just like, fuck, like this, I want more of this. And then they came out with another album titled From the Dead End Blocks Where Life Means Nothing. And that was...
What a title.
Yeah, that was... What a title. But I feel like that was... They were trying to lean a little bit more into the hardcore.
Yeah.
For sure. But when I heard Broken Ties, Spoken Lies, I was like... it's like perfectly written with the perfect blend of heavy from both genres. It like I said, I feel like that was like a good first iteration of like deathcore emerging. Because that was like back in the early 2000s, before 2008 shit. Like that was like 2002 or 2003 shit. So like when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's fucking sick. And then I realized I have heard a song from the hardcore album, and I was like, it's hardcore, it's okay. And I didn't really listen to Broken Ties. I don't hear a lot of people talk about them, even when it comes to their hardcore album. Like, yeah, they're known like in the hardcore realm way more than anywhere else.
Are they still a band?
No. Those were the only two albums they made, as far as I know. And it was like 2002, 3, and then like 2006 or something. Yeah, nothing after that. But I would kill if they come back and made another album like Broken Ties, Spoken Lies, because again, like the whole re-emergence of the nostalgia sound in deathcore, I think they could pull that off like nothing. And I think if more people were to check them out, then maybe they'd get that influence more in their shit. So
check them out.
If you haven't heard the band, Shattered Realms, listen to Broken Ties, Spoken Lies.
Pussy. Alright, up next for me. My number 4 for the Underrated Bands episode is a band from our hometown.
Oh, really?
Yes. It is a band called Ritual.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude. So Ritual, you know Ritual.
I know Ritual.
Ritual, I played a Ritual recently for our EP release show.
Yeah.
With Current Comfort and Ritual. And dude, Ritual opened that, and I swear to God, it was just like, honest, I'm not lying to you. I've seen a lot of bands live. I've seen a lot. And that band, man, I swear, they're one of the best bands I've ever seen live.
They got it.
Dude, they are so good. They put on a great show.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
the tone. Oh,
the tone. And they just, they feel this music. And the music is like, it's a real...
shoegazy grunge.
Yeah, it's like a shoegazy post-grunge.
It's like...
There's a few bands like that, like a Slow Bleed, or not Slow Bleed. So like a
Slow Joy.
No, the band Bleed.
Oh.
Or Soul Blind. What's that one band, like a Sky So Black?
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
Like, it's weird because it's like a post-grunge shoegaze alternative. I don't know. It's so... I looked up one day like modern alt metal bands, and like bands like Bleed and stuff came up, and it is a little different because to me like post grunge, Super Heaven, but to me like post grunge and alt metal was like Breaking Benjamin and Stained and stuff like that.
Which honestly they kind of have. They are, but
this like
Benjamin sound.
This new style of it, I do like. It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's they do like a shoegazy like kind of like monotone singing, like, but musically, and I like the singing because it works with the music.
Yeah.
But musically, it's so freaking pretty with these like heavy tones, and I absolutely
all the chords and everything just blasting through, filling up. It fills up a room.
I absolutely love it. It is so good.
Yeah, everyone in that band is talented as fuck. Everyone is a great musician. The drummer.
Oh my God. Ian, dude.
From Sandy Slope.
Yeah, dude. He's not in that band anymore.
Well, yeah, not anymore. But he was.
Golly, dude. Just watching him play, and it's just like this. These guys are. They need to be big. They need to be big.
And they're signed now.
Are they?
Yeah, they recently got signed by Sunny Driver Records.
Sunny Driver.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
It's one of those new up-and-coming
Absolutely.
labels.
How cool was that? They deserve it. Man, I'm telling you, when I saw them, it was next level.
Yeah.
They put on a fantastic show. Very catchy songs. I love it, dude. I
Yeah,
think that what did they
the
just...
atmosphere that they bring is very, like...
What's the record they just put out, Closing In? It is so solid.
Yeah.
They are a great band.
It's-
Ritual's fantastic.
It's one of those things you could just put on and chill to. Like,
Yes.
But also, like, it's very, I don't know, it's very emotional, driven with just how everything just punches you with how they
And then they
slow
covered
things down
they covered Be Quiet and Drive, I think, by
They did.
by Deftones, which
Yeah.
is so sick.
Which
But-
also, that if that isn't a testament to their sound,
Yeah,
like, that's-
absolutely.
It fit them very well.
Definitely check out Ritual. I do believe they're going to be doing big things. I really do. Absolutely fantastic. Ritual.
Speaking of, there's a member in that band, Matty G. He's the vocalist.
Oh, I know who you're going to say.
Yeah, he's the vocalist for the band that I'm gonna say that's underrated. That's gonna be Houses We Die In. Yeah, the vocalist Matty G. He's a homie. I love that fool. But them, Houses We Die In, they're this new, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like Poison the Well, like, worship.
Well, it's they're straight up like a early 2004, like
Yeah.
metalcore band, like the
but like with the ones with all the panic chords.
panic
and-
chords, but also stuff like a little bit of like, it's weird because they mix like things like Trivium, but they also mix things like Asking Alexandria in it, with these like high pitched vocals that he does.
Oh, his vocals, it's just like constantly high. It's just
Yeah.
in your ear, screeching.
absolutely. Now I could be wrong. I'm not sure, but did they get their band name from Pianos Become the Teeth?
I think they have like an old music video or something called that. Yeah, maybe.
Houses We Die In. I don't know.
I think so. I mean,
I'm sure it sounds like it could be something that definitely sounds like something that Matt would be into.
along the yes,
Yeah.
because like I mean, literally when I said they're a Poison the Well worship, that was from his mouth. He's like,
Yeah.
we're just a Poison the Well worship band.
Poison the Well rules. So
I mean, yeah, which again, that sound that they're pulling off with that is like on the nose, and it's very refreshing because yes, it's like an older sound, but like again, you don't hear that anymore.
what a talented person Matt is.
Dude,
remember when Matt
absolutely.
used to like ride to Thompson on his little bike?
Yes.
And he'd just come and just like,
Dude, he told me that he didn't know anyone. He wasn't like in the scene or anything, and then he just saw a post for Thompson show once, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'll check it out." And yeah, ever since then, he's now a part of this fucking community.
oh, he is a huge part, and
He's
I
a huge
really
part.
like Matt. What a cool guy.
I hope you're watching this, Maddie, and I hope you're geeking.
Ritual and Houses We Die In.
Yeah,
Let's go.
man. W. Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. Okay, my last band, definitely, possibly the weirdest one, is a band called the County Medical Examiners.
I've never fucking heard of that ever. What is that? What is that? A Mumford and Sons rip? What
No,
the
the County Medical Examiners is basically they started a long time ago. I don't know exactly when, probably like early 2000s, and they were like a 3-piece grindcore like death metal band that was a complete like homage to Carcass. But they were so cool, and like it's basically, if you just want another Carcass album to listen to, go check out the County Medical Examiners. They have a record that's called, I don't even remember, I had to write it down in my notes because I don't remember what it's called. It's a weird title. Olidus Operatus.
Something in Latin.
Look, that the 2 O's there. Olidus Operatus.
Olidus, Olidus.
I don't know.
Apparatus?
Put
Yeah.
it right here. so they could see it. The album cover to this is this weird freaking. It almost looks like you know those medical books where it's like the people are like have no skin. And it's like shows like their whole bodies. Yeah. It's like different like sides of that, and like their tongues are out. It's real weird looking. It's like this weird collage of dead body looking stuff.
Right.
But they're like a 3-piece, and the weirdest part about them is like the vocal. I think he's the vocalist. He looks like an actual old man doctor. He has white hair, white mustache. He looks like an old man that would just be your neighbor.
A white coat.
No, they wear white coat. They wear doctor coats.
Oh no shit.
Their names are like Doctor So and So. And dude,
Dr. Oxo.
The rock and roll clown! I do cocaine!
no one knows about this band, and they are sick. It's just grindcore, but it's so cool, and like the fact that they're just like they look like doctors, really. Like they actually look like doctors, not just because they're wearing medical coats, but they just.
But what was the sound like?
It's like a grindcore. They sound like Carcass, the band Carcass. Yeah, and Carcass absolutely rules.
I could see that if you're just like in scrubs, not even scrubs, just like the coats with the gloves, the face mask.
They don't wear the face masks.
They should though.
They look like they're going into the office to tell you that your family member has died.
Okay, so I think they should look like surgeons and then just covered in blood all over the schmuck.
No, because there are bands that do that. But this, I think there was a band called like Hemorrhage or something that may have done something.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But this band, the way they do it is so funny. They look. You got to put a picture of them, like of the band right here, because it's so funny. But they were also on Relapse Records.
Interesting.
And it's like another band. Like they had some records before it. I've never heard them. I've only heard this one. I think it came out in like 2007. I found out about this band because it was another one of those bands that I found out about when my dad brought home like a German metal magazine. They would always have these really weird bands in there, and that's where I found this one. I was like, these guys look like, I don't know, like nerds. And I put it on, and it was just like, this is absolutely disgusting. Like, I was like afraid of it as a kid because I was young when I heard it.
Yeah, right.
And I was like still in middle school when I heard this band, and I was like, this is terrifying. And so cool. Definitely check out the County Medical Examiners. It's just, the only way I can describe it is Carcass worship, and if you like Carcass, which you should, because Carcass absolutely rules. This band, it's literally just another Carcass album, and it is so cool. The County Medical Examiners.
The County Medical Examiners.
Which is actually kind of a hard name when you think about it.
It's a hard fucking name. Hard to kind of remember, but then once you remember, you're like...
Well, the County Medical Examiners, like that's what somebody... That's the people that call you when someone dies. Like, hey, just so you know. Yeah, they're the
Damn.
The Undertakers.
Yeah, like, hey, this is...
That's pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, this is the County Medical Examiner. I hate to inform you that...
Damn!
Yeah.
That is hard.
Absolutely. So, check them out. Weird band, but insane. That's my last one.
Damn, that's a really good one, honestly.
What's your last one?
Nothing like that.
No, I know. I went very niche.
Very niche.
As niche as I could.
See, I'm kind of stuck between two, but I think I'm just gonna go with one, just because I know a little bit more.
Hold on, real quick. Let me show you the County Medical Examiners.
Please. What the fuck? Yeah, he looks like my fucking physical physician. Look at that fool. He looked like he's gonna tell me I ripped a hole in my urethra. Oh my god, that is wild.
Yeah.
What, the guy, the mustache and everything?
I think he's the singer.
He's the singer?
I think he is. I could be wrong.
That's wild.
He's
honestly.
He's always in the
It'd be wild if he was actually a physician or
Well, no, actually, you know what? When I go back and read the stuff, because I was reading a little bit of their stuff here, and it says bassist Michelle Hayes. The band released blah 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 blah. Hayes left the group the following year to attend medical school.
Hell yeah, commit to the bit. That's fucking sick, honestly. I like that.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, so my last band, it's a band we both love. I'm sure Gabriel knows of them. Talked about them in the album guest before, and I just think I wish they could come back. I know why they can't come back, and it's very sad. But for those who don't know, please check out Flow Face Down.
Get onto your fucking legs! Before you learn! There's no reason to look on this time! Beg for your fucking life!
Float Face Down. R.I.P.
Literally, the vocalist Ron unfortunately passed away, but
God, what a monster.
what a fucking monster! The most scariest fucking guy I ever saw when I was younger, because we saw him San Antonio at the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
And I forgot what show that was.
I don't remember either, but God.
But like we were the only ones that were like fucking with it like hard. I mean,
Yeah.
people were like into it, but like they were like as soon as they do like the blast beats or the double kicks, people were just like.
Yeah.
But it's like no, like that shit was hard. Fucking double upside down crucifixes on the
Yeah,
neck.
inverted crosses.
Never like you. This fool's gonna fucking beat my ass. He's gonna take my
He
lunch
always wear
money.
like a basketball jersey.
Yes, with
Yeah.
the flat bill hat and everything. Like he looked like he's gonna.
And diamond studs.
Yes, he was like a G. He looked like he's gonna beat the fuck out of you. And then you go up and talk to him. Hey Ron, hey, I like your band. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
But he had like that gruff voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no,
it.
he was great. That band absolutely rules. The best part about Float Face Down was like they brought some of the heaviest breakdowns you would hear
Absolutely.
in that era of like deathcore.
Yeah.
But they also brought on some like insane guitar work that was just
Oh, dude,
it was crazy.
The riffs. The riffs were just complex at the time. Like we're at the time we were used to hearing the MySpace era deathcore. So
Yeah.
it's like that was like entry level. This was like, oh, these motherfuckers are pros.
Yeah, they're
Listen to everything without crutches.
God, another victim.
Another
The
victim.
domino effect.
As soon as the breakdown hits and it just slows down, you just hear boom, boom, boom.
Oh no, that was
Relinquish?
No, it was like a it was a
Exium Verdi. It was
Yeah,
Latin.
something like that,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
the name of the album that they came out with because
But the
Without
song too,
Crutches,
wasn't it?
Without Crutches was on the EP, and then they brought it back onto that album.
Yeah, it was insane.
And yeah, get
No,
onto
wait.
your fucking knees, bro.
That song was called it was like For the World to See or something.
Oh,
like
for
that.
the world to see. Yes,
Yeah.
for the world to see.
Which I think it was just guitar actually.
I think it was
yeah.
piano and guitar, but
I don't know.
maybe
Either
yeah,
way,
yeah.
it was so cool because it was like this weird eerie sound that you were not expecting.
You're just like floating in the abyss, just hearing this.
Yeah.
And then it just comes back with just like
Oh.
hard hitting just riffs with the drums. And
Sick two steps,
sick
insane
two
breakdowns,
steps, tremolo picking everywhere.
crazy
fills, blast beats everywhere. Ron was so good at going back and forth between his guttural lows to his highs. And his highs, even though they didn't sound too high, they still were piercing. It was very it was black metal-y almost. Especially when they would do like the just like black metal riffs, blast beats, and then he's doing his highs over. You're like, fuck, this is like intense and amazing.
and then ass beater
Ass-beater
breakdowns.
central
Yeah,
with
and
the breakdowns.
his mids were sick.
And I to this day, and like I like to say this sometimes, but my band was one of the first bands I think to start covering break stuff, and the reason why was because they covered break stuff.
Oh yeah, it was them and
The Last 10 Seconds of Life.
Yeah.
It was mainly The Last 10 Seconds of Life featuring Ron.
yeah.
But it was because of that I wanted to cover break stuff when we first became a band like years ago.
Yeah.
And then it was like a couple of years after that, everyone was like, "Oh, Limp Bizkit's, they fuck," and I'm like,
Limp Bizkit does.
"They do," but I was like, "Where the fuck have you been?"
Yeah.
Now
Actually-
everyone is fucking covering break stuff, but like the way we covered it was an homage to how they covered it because they do that breakdown
Yeah.
right in the ending area.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They did it so perfectly, and with both of them going back and forth because there was the original vocalist of The Last 10 Seconds of Life, Stormy,
Yeah.
and then Ron with both of their gutturals.
Yeah.
It was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard together, and yeah, like I fucking wish, he was still here, and I fucking wish that they had more praise because that was like the deathcore that everyone should have thrived to be.
Yeah, it'd been cool to
honestly.
see where they would be now.
You literally.
Absolutely.
And now, like, most of the members in that band are now in Body Snatcher.
Yeah.
Which is sick as
Just one, right?
I thought two.
Maybe two.
I think two.
Still wouldn't be most if it's five, dude. Do math. idiot.
I listen to breakdowns, so I can't count past 4.
That's true. That's true. Cool, man. I think that's good. It's a good episode.
It's pretty good, yeah.
It's a fun episode. I hope that people enjoy that one.
I hope so.
I hope that you liked some of the bands that you heard, or at least are going to go check them out, because these bands, I think, deserve praise.
And if you somehow, for some fucking reason, knew both of our bands, fuck you, come to the show. Be a part of the show.
Come to what show?
Come to be a part of this show. Because how the fuck would they have known both of our lists?
I don't want anyone to be a part of this show other than us.
I mean, but imagine if someone knew every band we set.
Every one of them?
Every one of them.
There's going to be somebody out
There's
there.
going to be someone. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, cool, guys. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Be sure to comment, like, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't hit that subscribe button, because like I said before, we see you. If you don't hit that subscribe button, I'm coming for your neck.
You ain't slick.
You ain't slick. So,
And check out those other videos. We put a lot of hard work in.
dude, we do.
We do.
And so does Gabriel.
So does Gabriel.
Gabriel puts in the most work, actually.
Yo, can I get some booze in the chat for Gabriel?
Let's get some booze in the chat, because that guy's a piece of shit.
No, but yeah, for real.
But seriously, he's a good guy, and he works really hard. And yeah, we're just here to look pretty. He does a lot of hard work, and it'd be nice for y'all to like hit the bell. And so, you know, it's cool.
Ding, ding.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you. Once again, be sure to go check out our album guest video. It's a fun video.
Watch Gabriel f it up.
Watch Gabriel do a terrible job in the first half.
In the first half.
He fixes
redeemed
it later.
He redeemed it.
Yeah, but golly, man. If you want to see us get really mad at Gabriel, that's the one to go to.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, y'all. Be good. Cut.